Myles Garrett compared to all the pass rushers you've seen in your life. Where does he rank?
I would put Myles right up there. I mean, like for me, Aaron Donald is the best defensive player I've ever seen up close. I'm biased. He was a rookie when I was in LA or St. Louis for my last 2 years. He was there. I spent a lot of that time hurt, and I'm really pissed off I was because playing with him at full strength would have been incredible. He was
Instead of the fearsome foursome, as I've told you before, you were the first round foursome.
We were the first
that
round
front
foursome.
was something.
We were awesome, and it could have been even better if we all stayed healthy. I mean, Robert Quinn spent the last year I was with him like floating in a pool, resting his herniated disc in his back, and my legs broke, and we're watching this young kid, and you're like, man, what a gift it's going to be rushing next to him. I've never seen anybody like him. So I would put Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett in the same conversation. I always said this about TJ Watt. I think TJ Watt is a different kind of football player than Myles. And this isn't me like I think Myles is, I hate to even say one's better or the other, but like Myles is one of one. Like Myles is Julius Peppers on 1.25x. He's the Calvin Johnson of the position, where you see Calvin Johnson demanding ridiculous looks on the other side of the ball. Like Myles Garrett, your meeting starts and ends with him. And it's the same way when you play Pittsburgh. I think like when it comes to ball awareness and like making plays on the ball and interceptions or stringing out a screen pass, or like let's say TJ's a 98 out of 100 as a rusher. Myles is like 100 out of 100 or 102 out of 100. So we're nitpicking here, but I would put Myles up there. And LT's the one that LT Reggie White, like.
Well, LT is the one to me. I mean, I'm older than you, and I remember him in his prime. And to me, as a pass rusher purely, but with TJ Watt and LT, to me, as I say, is the best. But TJ Watt had the same skill, which Myles Garrett does not possess, which is he can drop in coverage and intercept the ball and all that. Yeah,
he's a more of a holistic football player. But when you talk about like who just puts their hand in the ground and wrecks the game, it's Myles. And Myles, the reason I talk about him, and I know it's like there's some really sacred names from like the 70s and 80s and 90s and that sort of thing. You put Myles on a field in 1985, the year I was born, in the NFL, they would call the National Guard.